Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. We are here in East Hampton at the 1770 house. Look at this beautiful garden area. This is a little restaurant out here, 1770. They have a restaurant and an inn. So they have dining outside. It's just rained here, so that's why everything's so wet. But really beautiful all the same. Sun's breaking out, so we're gonna head to the beach. You can actually walk to the beach here from here. It's probably about a mile. We do have a beach sticker on the Jeep that I just showed you, so we've got a sticker for the season, so we can actually go to the beach every day, which is what we do after we do some work. But this is right on Main Street, East Hampton, New York. Hey, Kiki. So I've already talked about where we are and the place, so why don't you show us the room? This is number 4.
Room number 4, and as you can see, it's beautifully marked here. We have the door propped open. I love the little, this was great when we were unloading. They have this weight here to prop the door open.
Now, you know, I didn't talk about the 1770 restaurant and inn because it was established, the inn was established in 1770.
It became an inn in
Right.
1770. I don't know the year, but it was 16 something when, you know, when it was built and inhabited.
1600s, yeah.
Yeah,
This house is from the 1600s.
Right.
This beautiful fireplace there they've converted
Yes.
to gas.
And it does work. There's a little dial there. I love this sitting area, and it's so cute. Every day they put fresh cubes in here. One thing I think they've forgotten is there are no tongs to put the cubes into the glass, but it really makes you want to sit down old style and have, in Jeffrey's case, a gin and tonic or a vodka, something like that. It really just makes you want to sit down in these beautiful chairs and just hang out. And if you'll note how stunning these chairs are, there is not a spot or a stain on them. You know, I want to preface, this is not an inexpensive place to stay. It is right on Main Street in East Hampton, so you can park your car. They have free parking for guests only. You can park your car and you never need to move your car again, which if you have not been to the Hamptons, that is a glorious option because driving in the Hamptons, especially on a weekend, can really make or break your trip.
Yeah, if you saw our last video, we were over in Southampton. We stayed in a hotel over there. It was a Hyatt called the Bentley. Check it out. The traffic getting from there over to here, I don't know, was it 20 miles? Was like over an hour. So the traffic is tough here. In the summer, it's a hot spot. Everybody wants to be out here, so that's what you deal with. So Kiki's absolutely right. I did mention to them on the way up, we're going to go to the beach after this. You can walk to the beach from here. We've got our beach sticker, but, you know, it's a mile, right? That was T's walk.
It is. It's actually from here, it's less than a mile because we're at, you know, this is Maine and Dayton. And I love, check out the details. I love the beams. These are obviously old, original beams. And you can even feel the floor has a slightly unevenness about it. So it is all original, which is fantastic. A lot of the houses that people live in here, you'll feel that slight unevenness in the floors because it's a very old area.
And I love when they keep the authentic nature of the community. You know, there's some really beautiful beach homes, beautiful historic homes. You know, some people come in and knock them down and put up those, like, it looks like a modern hotel,
right.
Which, you know, they're beautiful, but I really
doesn't fit
it keeping it in a style.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing I will say about the Hamptons, especially East Hampton, is their preservation societies are very active and very strict about keeping you know, the history alive here, and there are very strict regulations when building with historic buildings, and I can appreciate all that.
Well, let's go through and rate this place on our 5 pearls. Before we do, let's just show the rest of the place. If you could just,
so cute.
I know, pop back in your pantry here so I don't like cut you off.
So,
and so we obviously stayed here already, so we got a bunch of stuff. But this is a cute little room. It's got a pantry. There's a refrigerator down below there. Full closet.
This is all, you know, that's their mini bar right here. You can see the prices. So the sodas and the waters are $3. I think the most expensive thing on here is if you want to buy a robe, which we'll show you those because everyone knows that I love robes. $85 is the most expensive. They sell the Molton Brown hand wash over here if you want to purchase that to take with you. Of course, there's plenty to use while you're here in the bathroom. But I think this is pretty reasonable, reasonably priced.
Yeah, no, I think so too, because we stayed in another place across the street. We don't drink Cokes, but the $3 here, the $8 over there.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And then look at the size of this refrigerator.
Yeah, it's great.
And there's like a little freezer section. So that was fantastic. We have all of our snacks.
Great, yeah.
We don't usually travel with that.
I'm going to do a quick little scan. So the bathroom is small, but it's beautiful tile, and the shower is beautiful. You know, it's small, but very clean and neat and tidy. Do you want to show me something over here?
I just wanted to point out this little desk because Jeffrey and I are both writers, and this is such a nook to get inspired. If we didn't have it filled with this and we really were coming to write, I could definitely find some inspiration. Again, back into the bathroom. As you can see, everything is done very high end. These glass shelves are a very thick, beveled, beautiful glass, all white and clean and fresh. And again, these older places have limited space. So what they did is they took this space that was here and they made it as you know, luxurious as possible. And you can see it's a really nice size shower, and I will tell you that pressure on that shower was like a massage for me at the shoulder.
Yeah,
it was heaven.
I'm gonna back out here so we can do the rest of it out here.
I'm not a big fan of carpet. Absolutely immaculate. And as you can see, they put down the foot mats on both sides. I always love that little touch when they do that. I think it's special.
I'm gonna shut this because some of the other guests are coming home over here. Okay, so let's go through our 1 to 5 pearl rating. So 1 to 5 pearls on location, and you've already said this. You're on Main Street in East Hampton.
Yes.
You can walk to all of the best restaurants. Walk to Main Beach. It'd be quite a walk to go over to our favorite Egypt beach, but that's probably 2 miles away, right?
Probably.
We've got the beach sticker, so we take the Jeep and we can drive over there.
And let me add.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
That they provide you during your stay with a Village Beach Pass. So you can take your car over to Egypt Beach, which is a very lovely beach, and very few people have passes to go to that beach. It's always so quiet. So that is part of your stay, along with free breakfast. And Jeffrey mentioned location. You can walk to all the restaurants. They actually have one of the most amazing restaurants, and I think it's probably the most hidden secret gem in all of East Hampton, right here at 1770.
Actually, I can walk across the hall here and show them the dining room. I'll do that afterwards.
You should do that.
And I'm just noticing too, I need to go to each one of these I haven't even really looked at the captions underneath or even looked at all these. They're just incredible. These little sketches are
so incredible.
Beautiful.
So they have the upstairs is a fixed price menu for $85, and then they have the Tavern downstairs where Jeffrey and I went, and it is so cool. I'm talking old school speakeasy style, dark wood, a tiny curved 4-seat bar, and Ed down there who is just a master bartender. I just am being an all-around fantastic human being. So thank you, Ed, for making our experience here at 1770 Tavern so spectacular.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna say with like that being down in the cellar down there at the Tavern. To me, that's like the Captain's Taverns in Nantucket. It's like an old whalers. You know, you can imagine whalers sitting there having their rum or their cocktails, whatever it was back then.
You can, like, you know, you definitely get a sense of livelihood there. And we were told, sent us some fun facts, that Clark Gable proposed to one of his wives down there, and I thought that was super interesting. And then even more interesting to me anyway, because I'm a huge Beatles fan, Yoko Ono came here after John Lennon was killed and spent 1 month. There's a cottage on this property that is also available, and she spent 1 month there mourning the loss of her husband. And I just found that to be really fascinating. And as the story goes, she had a chocolate cake, I'm assuming something small, every single day. And you know, their whole shtick with life is all about love and enjoyment. And I'm just thinking, here she's got the most tragic thing going on in her life, and she's coming to have a getaway. And chocolate for many people is just a little, you know, slice of heaven that maybe she was, you know, nourishing her soul with. And I thought that was a really cool story to learn.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, this place has a lot of history.
A lot of history.
Really authentic and in keeping with the times as I'm looking around here. So, location 1 to 5 pearls. We're calling it 5 pearls, right?
5 plus, yeah. You can't find a better location. This is amazing.
Okay, and then the next thing we like to rate is staff, which you know, there's been 3 gals we were dealing with calling in and, you know, meeting them yesterday. They got us in here early, the whole 9 yards, but they've just been so sweet.
So sweet. So Molly and Stephanie, and I am just blanking on the third woman's name, but each one of them, you know, it made them so special is their enthusiasm about welcoming you to this spectacular place. So you really feel like you've made a great choice to stay here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So the people were great, and the gentleman who took care of us in the dining room this morning. So we'll show you the dining room. It's really fancy. It's really nice.
So precious.
And for breakfast, he was just very awesome too this morning.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the staff is 5 plus pearls. The location is 5 plus pearls.
Okay, then sleepability and quietude. I'm gonna just go right out and say quietude because we are on Main Street.
We are on Main Street.
You could hear traffic, you know, so you could hear traffic, and we had kind of a rougher night's sleep last night, and I know that had nothing to do with the stay here.
No, nothing.
Yeah, it's like
I got a bad arm, and that didn't.
I think that was hard for you to sleep, and that kept me up. But with that being said, you know, I heard the traffic out there. So, you know, you're on Main Street, so it's not a real quiet place, but, you know, it does a pretty good job blocking out the traffic. You could hear, as I came in here, there was a siren going by, you know, an ambulance or whatever it was.
Right.
But, you know, you can see that's Main Street right out there. Right. You see all of the moisture on the window because it's a very humid day, and the AC's on in here.
Torrential downpour. The sun's out. We're going to head to the beach after this video. But, you know, I am going to rate the quietude and the bed separate because this bed
I think that's here.
Its own separate rating.
Well, I know these pillows for you are top notch.
Yeah. So quietude, I mean, I would say 3.5 is probably the honest answer because you're on Main Street. Now, with that said, we've stayed on Main Street a few different places, so we're getting used to that, and we're even at an Airbnb next week where we stayed before, which is also on another Main Street.
Right.
And so we're getting used to that. It doesn't bother me. If you're a light sleeper, that may bother you, but they do have rooms that don't face Main Street. And they're very specific in the descriptions where they face. So for us, we knew exactly what we were getting. It wasn't an issue. So, I mean, technically I'd give it a 5, but in all fairness and honesty to other guests that might be an issue, I have to say 3.5 because you're going to hear ambulances.
Yeah, I would give it that. Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah, and because it is Main Street, you know, East Hampton, they roll everything up. I mean, things can't stay open past, what is it? Keep me honest here, 10 or 11. Yeah, that's it. So, but you're on Main Street, so, you know, I was up at 1 or 3 in the morning. I could still hear cars going by. I mean, it's not loud, but you could hear them.
And if you know where those cars are going to or coming from at 1 in the morning, let us know. We're just curious. Anyway, let's talk about this bed. I mean, I think Ed was saying it was like a 2,000 count thread. First of all, look at it. When we walked in the room initially and Molly walked us in, I was just drawn to how luxurious this bed looks. It's just fresh and clean, and the way that housekeeping made it, it's so inviting. And when I climbed into it, it was all of those things and more. Jeffrey, would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that wasn't so comfortable last night was because we had snacks in bed. We had a lot of crumbs.
Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. I don't know what got into us. It was probably the several martinis we had, but because we had snacks, we decided that wouldn't it be so fun to have snacks in bed? And we did, and we
watched Shark Tank, which is one of our favorite things at a hotel.
When we're traveling, that's one of our shows. And so yeah, we made a mess and had some crumbs, but sorry to the proprietors that we.
No, I did a pretty good job cleaning up this morning. So anyway, I'm with you on that. The bed was really, really comfortable. The sheets were incredible. Pillows were incredible. Everything was great. Yeah.
When you push a pillow down, it should stay like that. Nothing irks me more when it's that foam pillow that you barely can you even push it down to change the shape of it. But this is such a luxurious pillow. I was in pillow heaven last week with those pillows, and these are just so soft. The comforter is a nice heavy weight, which I love. If that is not your thing, you might not love that, and you might want to just take the comforter off or ask them to just do a sheet. But I have to have that extra weight. It's something that, for me, it's a security of sleeping well. So 5+ pearls on this bed.
That's incredible. Okay, and then
I can't wait to get into it tonight.
The last thing on the room is the cleanliness. And I know you're a stickler for that. I'm a little easier on that, but at the end of the day, I know you're talking about this place is old, obviously, and it's very well maintained and meticulously cleaned.
Meticulously cleaned. In fact, Ed was showing us in the restaurant, you know, they've got like pots on a kind of like this, and he said that their housekeeping, because I was commenting that a lot of times I'll even look under beds and or under furniture. Or if I'm working out, sometimes I just so happen to see it. And there's nothing, you know, more disgusting when you look under a bed of a hotel room and you find things under there, you see things. So he said, oh my gosh, they're meticulous. He said, see this pot? And there was like 5 in a row. It was spotless. And you can see right here, like this is, I want to say, sticky with cleaner, not sticky because it's sticky. There's no dust up here.
Yeah.
It's just been cleaned for our stay. In here, all the way into the corners. Back here, these are the areas, even the detail on the walls. Usually those don't get dusted. Those pictures in a lot of places won't get dusted weekly, monthly, maybe even once a year. This place, I can tell you what, they're dusting and cleaning between every single guest. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So obviously you're happy with that, which is great.
Super happy with it. 5+ pearls.
Right.
And the bathroom, honestly, because it's an old bathroom, I was looking for something so that I could report back and say, well, it is an older place and there is a little, you know, this, nothing.
Yeah.
It's spotless.
And again, this is room 4. We're here at room 4. It's a great spot, great location as I walked in. So
right. And most rooms don't have a fireplace and they don't have this secondary sitting room. Their prices are all online. Room 4 and I can't remember the other room are the 2 most expensive rooms aside from the cottage, which is obviously at the top of the line because you can get more people in it. We didn't pick it because it was the most expensive room. We picked it because when we decided to stay here, this was the only room that was available. And we're thrilled. We love it. It's darling. It's not inexpensive. You're talking at the high end of luxury, you know, about $1,000 in season is what you're going to pay a night here. And there is a 3-night minimum.
Yeah.
So I love it.
It's beautiful.
Would you come back here, Jeffrey?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to hit the coffee before we go, and then I want to pop across to the dining. But so,
and let's preface by everything can't be perfect.
No, absolutely right. And so the coffee, there's no coffee maker in the room, which I'm completely fine with. I really don't like to use the coffee makers in the room. Yeah, I only do it when I have to. And you know, we're up early. I'm up early all the time, so a lot of times.
Because it's a cleanliness.
Yeah, I just don't think everybody is probably you know, watching out for how they fill the water, what they put in there, are they cleaned appropriately, whatever. You know, I just don't like to use things to eat off of or eat out of in a hotel room. Just, I don't know, maybe just me. But I'll use them when I need to. Don't have a coffee machine in here, which is fine because they had the coffee ready out in the lobby this morning early. So,
Which was a surprise for you.
I went out and got a paper cup, and I walked for a bit before the rain came down, and I went out for a run to the beach. So that was great, and the coffee in the dining room was fine this morning. The one thing, I mean, the breakfast, they have a great, beautiful dining room. We'll show you that. I didn't have any eggs or anything. I had a blueberry muffin, which was just okay. And Karen and I kind of looked at each other. It was kind of funny. He asked, "How was your breakfast?" One woman that was in there, she said, "It was okay." It was just kind of funny. She was being honest. I mean, the food was incredible at the restaurant last night in the Tavern.
Yes.
And I only know because I just had some fruit and a blueberry muffin and some breakfast potatoes. So I went kind of vegan style for the most part, right? But
right, and I had some fruit and just coffee. My coffee was not scalding hot, which is really important to me. It was hot enough for most people, but not scalding and smoking hot like I like it.
So I'm gonna give a 4.5 on the coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. But
When
when you were asking when I stay back here again, absolutely, I'd come here. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna seek this place out, especially as the season starts to change, because I think that tavern with the fireplace down there is going to be the hot spot.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So we already have somewhere where we're staying for about a month, and we will definitely be coming back to the Tavern here several times throughout the rest of the season, because again, it's like a secret hidden gem. Yes, people are in it, but you don't hear everyone talking about it. Like, hey, have you gone to? I don't even want to mention the places because they're so overrated. But this place is. I don't want to say it's underrated because
we didn't hear, we haven't not heard much about it, and it's not like we're experts on the Hamptons, but we did spend almost a whole year out here.
Yes.
Last year, on and off. We had a house, but we were on and off working out of Colorado and traveling around the world. But we were here quite a bit.
Yes, and I think because we have some friends that actually live down the street from here that love this place, which we just learned, and come here often. So I think the locals don't talk about it because they don't want it overrun with the people coming in for weekends to take it over, and then they can't get into their favorite places. But if you're here, definitely need a reservation. Make a reservation and check it out.
Let's give a quick peek across to the dining room. We'll wrap this up. You want to just, if you could pop that door for me here. Yeah. So again, Main Street out there. Look at these gorgeous flowers out here. Hydrangeas, Kiki's favorite.
And check out, did you show them that table? You probably showed it on your way in.
Well, I didn't really look at it, but yeah, there's a really cool table out here. Magical table underneath that little pergola with those beautiful purple flowers. It's beautiful. Great place to go out and have a cocktail in the afternoon.
There is another room up there, upstairs, but we can't hear them at all.
And so they do lock this door, the side door. They gave us a key to the side door as well as our room, obviously.
There's that table.
I'm just going to take a quick peek.
How quaint is this? Just the entrance, etc. Jeffrey, you can probably run downstairs too and show.
So this is the main dining area. So we did a short last night at the Tavern, so they can take a look at the short.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yeah, so
this is where we had breakfast, but this is also where they have the fixed price. And it's the same chef for both the Tavern and up here, and the same kitchen, and basically the same food. It's just a different set of a la carte.
okay, let's pop back out here. So I'm going to go out to the front. So we came in through the back, so I showed them the back garden area and the dining area. So I'm just going to pop out here to Main Street just to kind of finish the video. If you want to stay here, hon. The grounds are just meticulously maintained. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is a Main Street in East Hampton. Doing some work here, it looks like, but this is the front. It's the 1770 house, restaurant and inn, and you can see this beautiful building. It's been here for a good many years. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you viewing this, and ask any questions down below. Hopefully we can help.